The sonorous drone of this wonderful Horex 350 Sport is often to be heard in the area around the German town of Schweinfurt. Its rider is Udo Hartmann. The 71-year-old's great passion is riding motorbikes and has been for well over half a century. I'm on my 58th motorbike, my 29th car, and, as I always say, still my first wife. It's not self-evident that he's still riding motorbikes. 30 years ago, I had a motorbike accident and lost the lower part of my left leg. At 12:30 at night, a bus cut us up on the motorway, and 3 of us on bikes ran into the back of it. I was the first, seriously injured. The second was killed instantly, but the third wasn't badly hurt. Anyone else would have given up riding motorbikes on the spot, especially when a good friend died in the same accident. That's the one I had the accident on. Then I was in hospital for a year and a half with 18 broken bones. When I called the Honda dealer and had him convert a Honda 550 for me so that the gears were on the right. After about half a year, that was too measly for me again, so I bought another 4-cylinder MV. And then I remembered that there used to be a Horex with the gear shift on the right. So I got myself a Horex like that, and then I remembered that the English bikes all had the gears on the right. This characteristic made Udo Hartmann care about vintage bikes. I bought the BSA on its own 6 or 8 years ago, restored it and drove it solo for about a year. Then I bought a sidecar to go with it, which I then fixed up, attached and added a brake to the sidecar wheel. And so it's become a team. The BSA starts right away, a matter of pride with a bike restored by Udo. This was actually the first Horex that I restored, 16 years ago. That's how long I've had it. Let's start her up. The Horex also starts up right away. The neighbors always know when Udo is setting off on a trip, and that happens regularly. 20,000 kilometers a year in the saddle are normal for Udo. But Udo Hartmann doesn't just ride motorbikes and restore his own vintage bikes. The retired bus driver uses his non-retirement to turn his hands to the motorbikes of other fans. He regularly reports to the workshop of Schweinfurt Horex expert Herbert Ammon in order to bring vintage bikes from the Hamburg manufacturer back to life. At the moment, they're rebuilding an Imperator together. This model was the last new development at the Horex factory. But despite many innovative details, production had to be discontinued in 1960. Now that historic motorbikes are once again in demand, classic Horex bikes are being restored to new condition here. I'll definitely stay loyal to the vintage bikes. I do also love the new modern motorbikes. As long as I can afford it in terms of condition and power, I will always look for a new BMW. But I'll still stay loyal to my old-timers. So if you're ever on the road in the central German countryside and hear the sonorous drone of a Horex, then in all probability it's Udo Hartmann, a motorcyclist with heart and soul.